Hi, I haven't done a video in a while and I'm doing this for a friend that does not have a Gypsy. Even though I did cut mine out on a Gypsy, I wanted to go ahead and show her how she can make a Easter banner. This image is from Everyday Paper Dolls, and what I did on the left is I went ahead and cut the bunny out, and I embossed him with a Cuttlebug folder. And the Cuttlebug folder that I use is a larger one. So the smaller one, it's a dotted one, and it's a larger one, so it fits the bunny. Well, a little bit. The bunny is a little bit off on his ear. The bunnies were cut at 7 inches, and I made one facing the right and then one facing the left so that it could be a banner. I'm going to put eggs in the center, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this without having the layers. What I did is I cut out a circle using my punch, and then I ripped it in half, and then I hand tore it around the edges, and I'm going to be using that for the tail. I punched out 4 white circles for the eyes, 4 black circles for the eyes, and then I hand cut the noses. There wasn't really a punch for that, so I had to hand cut those. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bunny together, and you can see what you can do. Thanks. Okay, so this is what the bunny looks like once you do some hand cutting for the ears, inside of the ears, and you can use an M for the mouth and just make it shorter on each end. And I think what I'm going to do when I string it through the banner, I'm going to see how this works, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to string the ribbon through. I do know that it's partially cut for the hand, so I know that I could either put a basket through his hand or put the ribbon through. So I'm going to wait till I get to the point of making the eggs, because I'm going to also have eggs for this banner. So this is what it looks like if you don't have the Create a Critter and you have just a plain bunny and you want to add your own layers and do some embossing. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I'll make the eggs. The next thing you're going to need for this first version banner, because I've decided I'm going to make probably 3 different versions, and like I said, this version is made using the Everyday Paper Dolls, and the eggs that I just cut out are actually banners in the Birthday Bash cartridge, and they're exactly the way you see them, and I cut them out at 4 1/4 inches, and I cut one out in green, pink, pastel orange, and a purple. The only thing that I did using the Gypsy with this, but they can be stickers, is I did Happy Easter, and I used a printing press cartridge for those letters. And one other thing I've done, which I haven't cut out yet, is I've done decorations for each one of the eggs on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all finished. I decided to emboss each one of the eggs with a different embossing folder, and this one right here I embossed using the Sizex or Sizex, however you say it, and it kind of like made it so that it tore a little bit, but I went ahead and put some packing tape on the back, and it's going to be fine. This was a different brand, again, not for the Cuttlebug, but it still worked through the Cuttlebug and it didn't tear it. And then these two were a Cuttlebug folder. So just wanted to show you there's some ideas you can change your eggs out by just embossing them. Okay, so this is what the finished banner looks like. And again, like I said, I used the just basic Cricut doing this, and just wanted to let you know this is what you can do. With the exception of the Happy Easter, you'll have to do those letters individually. You won't be able to weld them, but this size will probably fit over just a standard door. If you wanted to make it bigger, you could put Happy Easter spelt out on all of the eggs, and it would probably take up a bigger space. So this is version number 1. I'm going to probably do a version 2 and a version 3. Version 2 will probably be with the Gypsy Wanderings, and version 3 will be with a Create a Critter. Here's version 2 of my Easter banner. I am totally using the Gypsy Wanderings and making this banner with the exception of the words Happy Easter. Happy Easter is cut out using the printing press cartridge that we got for free on our Gypsies. At any rate, these are the bunnies, and I cut them out in a sparkly brown, and this is the shadow. It's cut out in pink, and I've cut them out both ways, so one can be on one side of the banner and the other can be on the other side. These are the eggs I cut. There's a shape in the Gypsy Wandering, and all I did was I added 2 little circles to the top, and these are the Cuttlebug folders. They're not all Cuttlebug folders. They're ones I used in the Cuttlebug because this is a size X or Siz X, and all I did was I put the shape of the egg to where the flower was, and that's how I did that one. Then I have circles, and then I have stripes. And that's the Happy Easter again, the same one I used for version 1 of my Easter banner, and I still have a version 3 to make. So I'm going to go putting this together, and I'll show you what it looks like in the end. I was just going to tell you a little bit of how I string my ribbon for my banner. And what I do is, first of all, I decide where I'm going to be hanging my banner, and then how much ribbon I want, and then I add a little bit to the end, and then I attach it to one side, and then I string my eggs through, and then right now I'm getting ready to put the other end on. So you have to string your eggs first before you put the other end on. And what I do, because of how I do it, is I put a large glue dot in between the 2 pieces. This is the shadow, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put that down on it. And I've already put the glue on the back of my bunny, and then I'm just going to set my bunny on top of that. And that is how I put my ribbon through, and then I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like hanging up. Okay, this is the banner hanging up. You can probably see outside better than you can see my banner, but that's what it looks like hanging up using those 3M tabs on my window, and that's it. This is my 3rd version banner, Easter banner, and I used a Create a Critter, and this bunny was cut out at 7 inches, and the carrots were cut out at 4.5, and so were the eggs. The eggs are from Gypsy Wandering. They are a shape, and I added the circles, and I did that in the previous video showing you how to make the eggs. And this egg, I added a border strip from Gypsy Wanderings, and this is what it looks like when it's completed. That's how I strung the carrots and how I strung the bunnies, and that's it. And to know how to make the bunnies, they are the Create a Critter, and I have already done a video for those, and it's just larger. And that's it.